But we're going to be lying down anyway for the most of the class today. So let's start by hugging knees into chest, lying on your back, and a little rocking from side to side. And then take a moment as you exhale, squeeze your legs in towards you. Almost like you're squeezing the lungs, helping your exhale. And then as you inhale, soften the squeeze so there's a bit more room and you can feel your tummy expand. And then exhale, squeezing in. And inhale, expanding. And then bringing your hands to your knees, one hand on each knee, and taking little circles. And letting those circles become bigger. Just notice as you do these circles how your lower back feels. And then changing directions. So sometimes when we do these circles, there are little parts of the circle that we take a shortcut. Just notice if that's happening and try to lengthen out through that circle. We've got someone trying to get in. And then opening your arms out to the side in a T and dropping your knees to the right, turning your gaze to the left. Every time you exhale, getting a little bit heavier. And then inhaling the knees back to center and exhaling over to the left, gazing to the right. Noticing if you're able to settle yourself down into the floor. It's like the ultimate balance pose. There's really no part of you needing to balance at all. You're totally supported. And then inhaling as you come back to center. Extending your legs up, give them a little shake. Allowing them to wake up. And then threading your arms inside your knees to catch hold of your feet for happy baby. You might just hold onto your shins, it is early. So it might be easier and more sort of loving towards yourself to hold your shins. Or you might want to catch your feet. And then start to rock from side to side. And use a nice deep exhale to just really release any tension that this pose is bringing to light. Bring the soles of the feet together, wrap your hands around your toes. Let the knees drop out to the side as you bring your heels in towards you. Just notice what's going on in your neck. Sometimes I'm noticing it in myself, we sort of arch the back or the neck so that we're looking back behind us. How would it feel if we ground ourselves instead? We try to bring our spine to the floor and keep the chin tucked towards the chest. What happens around your heart space if you do that? And then releasing the hands. Take hold of the right knee and extend the left leg down to the floor, but just let it hover. So it's maybe an inch or two off the floor. And you're squeezing your right knee in towards you. And again, you're going to press your lower back down into the floor. And then you're going to switch sides, so bring your left knee in towards you, letting the right leg hover. Keep the lower back pressing down. And squeeze the left knee in. And do it again on each side. There's no rush. Take your time. And then bring your arms to your side, and we'll do the same, but keep the lower back pressing into the floor. Don't be tempted to arch the spine as you begin a little bit of yogic bicycles. Moving slowly. And we can turn up the volume a little bit by bringing the arms to your side, letting them hover. Bringing your chin to your chest and looking down towards your toes as you continue with these little bicycles. Keep the lower back pushing down to the floor, sucking the tummy in, which is sometimes the opposite of what we instinctively do, interestingly. We're trying to support the spine. Well done. One more. And then hug both knees in and allow yourself to sink into the floor again. Nice strong foundation underneath you. Feeling the support of the floor beneath you. Okay, you're going to take your hands behind your head, interlink your fingers, elbows out to the side. Keep your shoulders away from your ears. And we're going to do the same again, little yogic bicycles, but with a slight twist. So as the right leg extends out, the right knee comes to meet, the right elbow comes to meet the left knee. You come through center, and then left elbow comes to meet right knee. And we're going slowly, we're conscious of grounding the lower back. And we can rest any time. Coming into our core, which is so central to balance. Let's do a few more. Keep going. Listen to the sound of your breath. And then when you feel you've done quite enough, lay your head down, hug your knees in. Maybe taking another happy baby, either holding the shins or the feet. Nice exhale. And then release the feet. Let's take the left leg over the right, so you're crossing legs as if you were sitting in a chair. Open your arms wide to the side. If you've got lower back twinges, you might choose actually to keep the legs together rather than crossing them. Crossing them makes this a bit more intense, so you can uncross them anytime. But whether they're crossed or not crossed, slowly take the knees over to the right, turning your gaze to the left. And the left shoulder might slightly elevate away from the floor, that's fine. See if you can breathe right down to the tailbone. And then uncrossing your legs and coming back to centre. And taking your legs up, give them another little shake. Your legs can't get enough of that. And choose whether or not to cross your legs here, or just stay with your knees slightly bent. And dropping the knees over to the left, gazing to the right. Right shoulder will slightly lift from the floor. Where does your breath take your awareness to in your body? And then uncrossing the legs, coming back to centre. Straightening the legs, we're going to come over. I'm going to come onto my left hand side so that I'm facing you. And we're just going to come up onto our forearm. So my left arm is down. I'm going to straighten my legs. Trousers are doing crazy things. And my right arm is like a little kickstand holding me in place. So without keeping all my weight sort of dumping down in this shoulder, there's an ability to lift out of that bottom arm and keep some space in the shoulder joint. And hopefully you can feel a stretch down through the side body. A slight shift in our balance here. And then maybe even pressing down into the hand and coming up. Again, just be sure you're not crunching through the shoulder. You're keeping some space. It's about stretching the side body, not about compacting the shoulder. And the right arm is still your stability. You might stay with the elbow on the floor, rather than coming up. Then exhale, take the elbow down. Keeping the hand where it is. Press down. Actually, let's bring the hand in a little closer again and see if we can lift the hips up and come into a little side stretch. Watch that shoulder once more. Keep space. Find height even here. Bringing the hand down and coming to lay down on your side. That was far too strong for a Thursday. Okay, coming back to lying on your back, hug your knees into your chest. Notice how your shoulders feel. Give them the gift of that beautiful rebound that comes at the end of a pose. I'm going to switch directions so I'm not turning my back to you. As we come to lie, this time on our right hand side, right elbows down on the floor, left hand supporting us, legs are straight, enjoying a nice side stretch. With the arm away from you, the hand away from you, you can start to press down through the hand and see if it feels good in your body to have that extra stretch. You can keep the elbow on the floor if you prefer. And then lowering that elbow down, playing with our balance as you bring the hand in a little closer and lift up through the hips. Oh, it's so much harder on this side. And further down my mat. So lift up through the hips, lift up through the heart, bring the left arm overhead. And then exhaling, lowering yourself down. Let's come and lie on our fronts. Another great balance pose. No balance required. Forehead on the floor, hands either side of your chest. Taking a moment to settle your bones towards the earth. And then reaching your arms back, let your arms hover, fingers pointing towards heels. On the next inhale, press the pelvis into the floor, let the fingers draw back towards the heels, maybe the heels rise as well. And take some breaths. So suddenly we are in a balance pose. And exhale as you come down. Turn your head to the side and let yourself dissolve into the mat. Inhale as you come back up again. Maybe a little stronger this time. Well, for some of you might even extend your arms either side of your ears, palms facing one another. But if that puts too much pressure on your lower back, keep your arms behind you. And then exhale, coming to the mat, turning your head the opposite way to last time, letting yourself drop down to the floor. Zero balance required. And we're going to go third time. Is it third time? I think it is a third time. You're going to inhale as you come back up. For some people it might be quite nice to interlink fingers this time. And it really opens up the front of the chest. You're looking down the length of your nose, just ahead of your mat. So you're not hyperextending the neck to look up. That's not helpful. The neck stays long. It's a continuation of the spine. So just looking ahead at the end of your mat, on the front of your mat rather. And your eyes looking down the length of your nose. And then exhaling, release the hands, bring your hands either side of your chest, and let's sit back on heels, stretching arms out in front. Walk the hands over to the right. Bring the right arm down alongside you, so just your left arm's overhead. And sink the left sitting bone back. And enjoy an exhale here. And an inhale. Both arms overhead, walk back through to centre. And then continue the journey over to the left. So the right arm stays overhead as the left arm just tucks in alongside you. And coming back to centre. Come up onto all fours, tuck your toes under. Let's take a little down dog. Bend and straighten the legs. Have a wiggle. And then lower your knees, and we're going to come to sitting. You might want a cushion to just help your pelvis be tilted slightly, allowing you to get into your hamstrings in a different way. Even just the moving of the fleshy part of your bottom away from your sitting bones helps. Toes pointing straight up in front of you. Inhale as you reach your arms up. And as you exhale, let's just bring our hands to our shins to begin with. We don't need it to be super beautiful forward bends. We're more making them less attractive, more curious. Okay, inhale, lift the heart. And as you exhale, folding forwards, perhaps your hands come to your feet. Inhale as you come back up, bring the right knee in. Place the foot about 6 inches away from the left leg, so there's a nice gap. You're going to bring your right arm inside your right knee. Perhaps it'd be easier if I do it like this. So arm is inside knee, pressing down through that right foot, toes pointing upwards. Inhale, and as you exhale, come forwards, hands to toes, chin to chest. Inhale as you come back up. Bring the foot across and we'll have a nice twist. Left arm rises. Exhale, take the left elbow across, right hand behind you. Try to get height in the rib cage. A sensation of elevation through the heart. And then coming back to center, stack the knees on top of one another. Right heel moves back towards left sitting bone. Left toes are pointing upwards. Inhale as you sit up. And exhale as you come forwards. And then inhaling your way back up. Legs straight out in front of you. Toes pointing upwards. Inhale, reach your arms high. And as you exhale, take your arms wide to the side and come to the outer edges of your feet, holding the top third of your foot. Inhale as you lift the rib cage. Exhale as you fold. Inhaling as you come back up, bending the left knee, placing the foot six inches away from the right leg. The foot is pressing down into the floor, it's secure. The left arm comes inside the knee, and you're not dropping the knee out to the side, the knee's still pointing up towards the sky. Inhale as you sit up, and exhale as you come forwards. And inhale as you come back up. So bring that foot across to the other side. So this practice today is more of a grounding practice than a balance, if we're honest. But they're kind of one and the same, aren't they? Right arm rises as you inhale, and as you exhale, the elbow comes across, left hand comes behind. Inhale as you come back to center, stack the knees, slide the left heel towards the right sitting bone. And right toes still point upwards, hands either side of your legs. Inhale as you sit up, and exhale as you fold forwards. Some days are stiffer than others, that's for sure. Inhaling as you come back up. Unravel the legs. Come to sitting cross-legged. Bring your hands to your heart center. Thank you for joining our practice today. Have a beautiful Thursday. And I'll see you tomorrow for some Koya, the theme of trust. The love inside of me sees the love inside of you.